Okay, so Diego is in the pool. He is going to enjoy the water for a little while before they get their food. But there's a few things that I would like to tell, and maybe someone can get something good from that. And I don't know if everybody thinks this way, but sometimes you have to keep in mind that your opinion or your action can cause someone serious harm. And sometimes it can cause yourself serious harm. Now, think about it like this. Whenever you make any decision from a point of anger, spite, hate, or just selfishness, you are putting yourself in a position where you can really damage yourself. Now picture this. Let's say, for instance, you can influence someone in a way to change their mind, to force them to change the way that they do something. For instance, let's say you carry a gun and someone comes to you and tells you that you are now not allowed to carry that gun unless it is loaded, fully loaded, one in the barrel, and you have to carry it this way in order to prevent you from carrying a gun. Now let's say you carry that gun this way because they are in charge. They can put you in a position where you will lose a lot if you don't do what they say you should do, and they force you to do that. But now let's say that gun goes off and you shoot yourself in the foot and you bleed out and you die. Let's consider that. You had the right to have the gun, but now you were forced to keep it loaded. And I guess you could have unloaded it every now and then, but they will check. And as soon as they find out that you haven't got it loaded, you will be in trouble. And they will probably arrest you and put you in jail. Well, that's how they threaten you. You say you could have done the opposite and just not loaded. But you were forced to do it. And now you got shot in the foot, you bled out, and there is only paperwork left to do. Then it comes to mind that this is what they intended. They wanted, just because you carry a gun, they wanted you to shoot yourself in the foot by accident. Because it's bound to happen. And by them forcing you to do this, it was just a matter of time. Well, that is a life sentence if it happens like that. So that is why whenever you make a decision, never make a decision out of anger, hate, spite, or any negative feeling whatsoever whenever you do anything. Now, I've said this a few times, and believe me, if you had to be held accountable for everything that you have done and it had to play out, well, that is how things could play out. In a world where you will become 1,000 years old or live forever, if you make one mistake like that, your whole life will be ruined. that is why people cannot live forever in this world. For that simple reason, because I'm not going to say everybody, but most people react out of different hate or, well, any negative feeling. They do that, and they will be held accountable by a system that has been in place for a long time and put in place by themselves. So before you judge or get angry or anything ever in your life again, think about that. Think about that one little mistake that you make, and you will have to pay forever. That is seriousness. Well, sometimes the gun is not really a gun. Think about it like this. Let's say you drive a nice car, something different to all the others. But an officer stops you and tells you that you are not allowed to wear the safety belt. You're not allowed to do it. If he sees you driving with the safety belt, he is going to lock you up. So you put the safety belt on, but when you see him, you quickly take it off because he told you so. So let's say you get into an accident and you are seriously injured. Whose fault is it? If you were forced into that and they actually put effort in for years, what is the right way to judge that? Sometimes people do things that they don't really understand, but they are not able to take the consequences, and they get away with it. And they get away with it because they would not be able to handle the consequences. They are getting those consequence-free option. They're given that because they would not have been able to do it, to deal with it, to follow through with it. So if you want to get into a position where you can live in a place where you are, well, let's call it heaven for that matter, do you know what your methods should be of living? You have to qualify. You can't just go there. It is not a thing that can be done. You will be like a sore thumb standing out. You cannot be there until you move away from acting out of any negative feeling. This is extremely important. You have to be, the right word is, approachable. If you are approachable, and you can actually listen to this video, there's a lot of people that won't be able to. They won't make it up to this point. They will not even be able to process it. But let's say they are approachable and they can be shown these things. They have a chance of getting there. So, keep that in mind. Never act out of any negative feeling. If you find that negative feeling within yourself, you have to cancel it immediately. Punish yourself. Chew your tongue in pain to teach yourself and think it out. Realize what can happen. You'll thank me in the end. Well guys, this week it seems like I'm going to be preaching and watching tigers. But on a serious note, this is very important. Do it. Take my advice. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. And have a great day.